The unsolved Zodiac Z340 Cipher. It took 51 years to crack, and the message is disturbing. On November 8, 1969, the Zodiac Killer mailed a 340-character cipher to the San Francisco Chronicle. He had already sent the Z408 cipher 2 months earlier, which a California couple decoded in a week. The Z340 was different. Its structure was more complex. The statistical patterns that allowed the Z408 to be decoded as a simple substitution cipher were absent. Professional cryptographers at the FBI and government agencies attempted to crack it. Amateur codebreakers worldwide devoted years to it. By 2020, the Z340 had resisted decryption for 51 years, longer than any other famous historical cipher. The team that finally solved the Z340 consisted of 3 people working remotely across different continents. David Orenchak, a software developer in Virginia who had been working on Zodiac ciphers for 14 years, collaborated with Sam Blake, a mathematician in Melbourne, Australia, and Jarl van Eyck, a software developer in Belgium. The key insight came from recognizing that the Z340 used a transposition cipher layered on top of a substitution cipher, a 2-step encryption method that had not been fully explored in previous attempts. The breakthrough involved recognizing that the symbols in the Z340 were not simply substituted for letters, they were also scrambled. The message had been encrypted by substituting symbols for letters, and then rearranging the rows and columns of the message grid. Orenchak and Blake built a computer algorithm to systematically test different transposition patterns combined with different substitution keys. Van Eyck wrote the code to run these tests efficiently. After weeks of computational searching, the correct pattern emerged and the message became readable. The decoded Z340 message reads in part, "I hope you are having lots of fun in trying to catch me. That wasn't me on the TV show, which brings up a point about me. I am not afraid of the gas chamber because it will send me to paradise all the sooner because I now have enough slaves to work for me where everyone else has." The message continues in the Zodiac's characteristic blend of menace, misspelling, and self-dramatization. It does not reveal his identity. It does not confess to specific crimes beyond what was already known. But it confirms that the Z340 was a genuine message from the killer. Verification of the Z340 decryption came quickly from multiple independent sources. The FBI's Cryptanalysis and Racketeering Records Unit reviewed the solution and confirmed it was valid. Independent cryptographers verified the mathematics. The decoded message's content was consistent with the Zodiac's known writing style, his references to an afterlife with slaves, and his obsession with media coverage. The verification was among the faster forensic confirmations of a cipher solution in modern history. The Z340 solution was not announced in a press conference or academic paper. It was published as a YouTube video by Orenchak in December 2020. The video showed the solving process step by step and revealed the decoded message in real time. It became one of the most widely viewed cryptography videos in YouTube history within days of publication. The manner of revelation, an amateur team solving a famous cipher and publishing on YouTube, itself became a story about how the internet had democratized expert problem solving. 3 Zodiac ciphers remain unsolved. The Z13 is a 13-character cipher that Zodiac claimed spelled out his name. The Z32 is a 32-character cipher that he said would identify where he had placed a bomb. Brief fragments of the Z408 also remain unclear. The Z13 is too short for standard cryptanalytic techniques. With only 13 characters, there is not enough statistical data to definitively identify a decryption. The Z32 has resisted all attempts. If either contained the Zodiac's name, solving them would be one of the most significant achievements in cold case investigation history. The Z340 defeated the best cryptographers in the world for 51 years and was finally solved by 3 amateurs working across 3 continents using computers. The decoded message told us something about how the Zodiac thought of himself as a collector of souls, bound for paradise with slaves to serve him. It did not tell us who he was, but the solution itself told us something important. The most famous unsolved ciphers in history are not necessarily unsolvable. Sometimes they just need the right combination of insight, computational power, and dedicated people who refuse to accept that something can't be done.